questions, so raise your hand and we'll get a mic to you.
You have an opening statement. Tonight, we witnessed greatness from Katron Allen. Penn State's been playing football for an awful long time. And to be the #1 rusher in the history of this place is an impressive thing that he accomplished tonight. And what makes it even more impressive is that he is a guy that had to share carries for 4 years. And to break the record tonight, hats off to him, game ball to him, unbelievable effort, performance. I think he had 160 yards tonight. Just a tremendous effort from him. Nick Singleton tied the career touchdown mark with Saquon Barkley. Just another unbelievable effort by the tandem. You know, every week since I come in here to talk to you guys, I tell you, these two guys have to touch the ball for us to be successful. I think they touched it 36 times or 35 times tonight for over 200 yards combined. It's the dynamic duo. They are just, they're unbelievable. They're amazing people. They're unselfish. They're happy for each other. Just a great effort for tonight. I want to thank our seniors for everything they've been through, for all the victories and the losses, because we learned from the losses. This senior group had a 3-year span that won more football games than any 3-year group in the history of Penn State football. That's a lot of victories. And they've done tremendous things for our program. I want to thank our managers, our support staff seniors, all the seniors that contribute behind the scenes. I want to thank those guys because without them, we can't operate. Everyone plays a role here at Penn State, and I appreciate them, and I'm thankful for all of them. In regards to the game, the opening drive, Nebraska drove down, had a critical 4th down stop. That set the tone for the game. It allowed our defense to gain their confidence. Our offense stepped on the field with confidence, and then they marched right down the field for a touchdown. The 4th down stop was the difference in the game. So I'm super proud of the effort of our guys. They are playing inspired football. They're hungry. They want to play. You know, in a season that they could easily give up and quit. You know, they're on the brink of playing some of our best ball. Grunk is playing unbelievable football. We're throwing the ball. We're answering all you guys' question about throwing the ball down the field. We're throwing the ball down the field. Right? Because explosive plays count as the pass interferences too, because the ball is going down the field, which is opening up our run game, which is why we ran for over 200 yards with those guys. We look like a real football team. I'm super proud of these guys. Questions?
We'll start with Mark and then we'll go to Bob.
Terry, a couple things. What's going through your head when you're hearing the fans chanting what they're chanting, and what did it mean to you to see the show of support from your players after the game?
I'm very motivated by the support. My players love me unconditionally. I love them unconditionally. Their support means everything to me. The fans were unbelievable again tonight. This is back-to-back Beaver Stadium turnouts from our fans, just incredible support. You know, we all like support. It encourages us. It motivates us, it gives us energy, and it gave our guys energy tonight. We have a game next week against Rutgers. I want our fans to show up and support these guys as we try to get bowl eligible.
Bob, then Tyler.
Hey Terry, I noticed you're wearing a 409 pin tonight. What kind of went into the decision decision to do that? And also, can you just talk about your journey leading the team since you took over under difficult circumstances? And do you feel now the way that they're playing,
You asking me like a lot of questions.
you're ready to become a head coach?
You know I can't remember 3 questions. Sorry, you know that.
I'll take one of the 3 if you want.
So the 409, you know, I've always acknowledged Joe Paterno. I wouldn't be here if he hadn't coached me and taught me. So I'm acknowledging him. We had a lot of Letterman here tonight, invaluable positions. Michael Robinson's on the NBC crew. There's other Letterman all over that showed up today. It was just an acknowledgement that I'm proud I've been taught by one of the greatest to ever do it. What was your third question? I'm sorry.
Your journey the last 5 games, what have you learned about yourself, and do you feel now that you're comfortable, do you think you're ready to become a head coach, permanently?
I was always ready to be a head coach. I was a head coach for 12 years in high school. It's a different level, but leading men is leading men. Coaching is coaching. It's no different than when I worked for Matt Rule as a receivers coach, and I came here for James Franklin, and I went to DB coach. Coaching is coaching. I went from taking DBs, a DB history here at Penn State that we didn't put DBs in the NFL, to now we're one of the tops in the country. Coaching is coaching. I've always been a head coach. So I'm very confident in what I do. God's blessed me. My mom has anointed me. My wife keeps a covering over me. I have gifts that I don't even realize I have.
Tyler and then Rich. Oh, sorry.
I'm a leader of men. You guys see it. You're witnessing it every day.
Tyler and then Rich.
Thanks, Terry. You mentioned Michael Robinson back here. Hey. Mentioned Michael Robinson on the broadcast today. Our own Neil Riddell from the Beat passed this along. We were watching the game from the press box, but he quoted him as saying he's spoken with hundreds of former players, and quote, every single one of them feels like they want to endorse you to be the next head coach of Penn State. A lot of guys that have been through this building, some of them you played with, some of them you coached. How much is that aspect fueling you right now? And are people coming up to you this weekend, this week, and saying you need to be the next head coach? Are they telling you that directly?
So I had the amazing opportunity today to walk in with my granddaughter and experience people chanting her grandfather's name. How would you feel? It's amazing. She experienced something that very few people get an opportunity to experience. You know, I have tremendous support from the Letterman alumni. I can't go around town anymore. I can't even get my car washed. My life's changed, but it's all for the good. You know, the thing that motivates me, I'm just keeping my feet on the ground. I'm gonna get this team ready to go beat Rutgers next week. My resume is on display every day that you guys watch us on Saturday. Tell me what you think.
Rich, then Pickle.
Terry, you mentioned that Katron and Nick's unselfishness, and I just would like to know, how does that impact their teammates, younger teammates, older teammates, and how has that affected the program these last 4 years?
So a couple things. Those guys are tone setters for the team for unselfishness. This is the ultimate team sport. We need each other to have any success. Another thing that's happening, since I've taken over, is my level of accountability to our team. Whether it's coaches, players, staff, everyone's accountable. And no one can fall short. And I call it out. I call it out in our team meetings, our staff meetings, in front of everyone. And no one wants to be called out. And I make a point to call out our best players, because they have to be accountable. They have to give this team more. And that's what you're witnessing these last few weeks. Our best players are giving us more. That is the difference in winning now and
think that is? What's switched in recent weeks since you took over that has put the players in the position to do what they've done that maybe they weren't doing before?
I think we have a true identity. Period.
Allie, and then Todd, last two.
I feel like I want to ask you, Terry over here,
The
left.
Back left.
I can't do backwards, left and right. I feel like I want to ask you what the identity is, but you're a guy who knows Penn State better than most. What do you want Penn State's identity to be, and what would it be under you as head coach permanently?
Blue collar. We're gonna roll our sleeves up and fight every day. We're gonna come to work with a lunch pail every day and show up. We play football. We're gonna lose games. You're gonna win games. We wanna win more than we lose, but we're gonna show up every single day. That's what Penn State football is. We fight together. We fight for one another. We're not conditional love. We're unconditional. Through the thick and thin, through the storm, through the sharpener. We'll go back and get the sharpener back out and get it ready for next Saturday.
Last question to Todd, and the same in the back left.
Terry, I wanted to ask you, there's a lot of players.
Just in case y'all didn't think I had. Carrying this the rest of my life is a good food.
Terry, right here, same area, over here back left. There we go. A lot of players obviously played their last game here at Beaver Stadium, but there's a lot of staff members that aren't sure what their next step is, and they're in limbo like you. What is your message to them? What kind of communication are you giving them as they're trying to figure out their futures as well? And how much did you absorb the moment tonight?
Yeah, for the seniors, it's everything. You know, we wanted to write a script, right? We talk about the pencil and the pencil sharpener, right? And you see my message. I thought my speeches were private, but now I guess they're not private. But we talk about writing a script. And so I challenged our seniors, we're in control of this. Write your script for how you want these last few games to be. What a performance they wrote tonight, right? What a performance they wrote. Now we have to follow it up for their last regular season game at Rutgers. We're gonna continue to sharpen it and continue to write it.
Thanks, Terry.
Thank you.
Thank you.